Hello friends and welcome to a new video. We're doing another convention and I'm pretty excited about this one. It is my biggest one that I've ever done, and it's also my first travel con, so this will be exciting. In this video I'm going to show you all my numbers, how much I made, how much I spent, which product sold, which didn't, and I also have a small vlog section for you. Now don't worry, if you're just here for the numbers, you can just skip to this part of the video. And I would also recommend, if you have like sensitive hearing, then you might also want to skip the vlog part, because these conventions can get loud. There's a lot of background noise and I've done my best to reduce it, but your girl doesn't have a nice kind of travel microphone just yet, so for the time being we're gonna have to put up with it. But you can skip it and just jump to this section if you'd rather do that. The convention we're going to is MCM in Birmingham. If you're not familiar, MCM is one of the biggest comic conventions in the UK, arguably the biggest one. And I have been scratching on their door for like the past 4 years and they finally let me in. I got into the Birmingham show. They have a London show and a Birmingham show. I got into the Birmingham one and I have never traveled for a convention before. I've done lots of solo traveling, but never for a convention. So this was a new experience in many ways. It was by far the busiest show I've ever done and I had such a good time. So I wanted to share this with you. And yeah, if you want to jump straight to the numbers, jump to this section. It's also time coded in the description below. And if you're happy to keep watching, let's get into the video. Hi friends, welcome to a new video. I'm at the station, look. We're going to MCM, should be fun.
I know I cannot see it through. I got my head on straight so you can pass the blues. Disco biscuits in my little tooth. I got this throbbing headache and I'll bend the truth. Ace my test, I guess that I'm the best. I guess that I'll be better when the better rest. I just can't get over this.
We made it to the station. We are Houston station and it is so busy, but yeah, gotta get the train to Birmingham International.
And all I'll ever be is riding next to me, exploding on my
Who wants a petrol station haul from the strangest angle possible, but we're gonna go with it. Wouldn't it have been so cool if I remembered my tripod? There is a petrol station right next to our hotel. First up, the essentials. It was a bit limited, but actually most of these things I really like. The only one I'm not a massive fan of is Little Teeth toothpaste, 3 to 5 years old. In fairness, branding's pretty cute, but that was the only toothpaste they had left. So it's better than no toothpaste. Got a toothbrush, moisturizing face wash. I love Simple as a brand, so happy with that. And then spray deodorant. Honestly, I prefer roll-on, but spray was what they had, so spray is what I'm going with. Could I have packed all these things? Yes. Did I? No. We got snacks. 2 for £2 Milky Ways, so naturally 2 of those. Rowntree's Randoms Festives. I've never tried their festive ones. They look fun. And a very classic, some Pringles, and it's just so, I mean, you can even hear just how hollow these are at the moment. We're getting to the highlights, but first, a pot of porridge. I'm gonna have this for breakfast tomorrow because there's a kettle here, so I can just boil some water in the morning. I got some Baby Bell cheeses. If you're not familiar with this, it's just like mozzarella. They didn't really have many vegetarian options, so I just went with some cheese. I'm happy with cheese. But now, the highlight of this shopping trip, the glamorous shopping experience we just went for. They had a festive Starbucks coffee station. It was make your own. They didn't have a lot of options. No oat milk, so I went with an Americano because I can't have like dairy milk. But the coolest thing, they had a make your own orange juice section, like freshly squeezed orange juice. This is a petrol station from heaven. Got a very classic room layout. There's the bed. I've already left stuff on it. I've got these 2 lights, but no light switch, seemingly. A very classic desk, TV, mirror, chair. They've left me some little snacks and nice things. I've already attacked this one. It was a lemon shortbread. Oh, lemon shortcake, which was really nice. This one is a fruit shortcake, and I can guarantee you it will not be eaten by either me or Alan because it's got raisins. Alright, first thing of the day, breakfast. This glorious 60p pot of porridge, oatmeal, gruyere, call it what you want, is going to fuel me as breakfast. It's not really thickening up though. We'll give it a bit more, but I do have to leave in a few minutes. I don't have to, I actually have two and a half hours before the event starts, and I'm only a 15-minute walk away, but I want to grab a coffee on the way. I have a few more things to do with my booth. Just cleaned you. You're looking a little bit dusty. I don't think this is gonna get any better. Guess we're gonna have to go to Starbucks. So unfortunate. The agenda today, this morning, is, we're gonna go to the petrol station, pick up some foods, some snacks for the day, because I am alone today, so I won't have a chance to go out and buy stuff throughout the day. So I just want to make sure that I got stuff behind the booth. Then when we get to the venue, I'm going to pick up my coffee, my Starbucks. Let's go! And honestly, this is the nicest footpath I've taken in so long. Got my Starbucks. There's the highway right there with the petrol station, and then our hotel is up here. And we just got a cozy 15-minute walk to the venues. Let's go! We're here! Oh god, my face looks so shiny in here. This is where I left the booth yesterday, and now we're gonna set up the front. I just realized how silly this price tag is, because this was supposed to be like 2 for $7, but now it's just 2 for $8, which is the same as buying 2 individual ones. So there's no deal there. I wonder if I have a price tag that I can stick on there. The booth is almost all set up. I am going to spend the rest of my morning putting up extra pins on the wall and just decorating a bit more. I have you under the table because it is so loud in here. Doing alright. We made that table. Actually, I'm going to put it in a different way. We made that the hotel, which was my biggest thing. So, still got lots of time. And then we were back. This was such a fun show. I feel like I need to explain that abrupt ending a little bit. It was very, very loud, and a lot of my clips you just couldn't hear anything I was saying. So I figured, you know what, we'll edit together what is usable, and then we'll just have a goal for 2025 to get like a nice and decent travel mic and travel vlogging camera. That would be very cool. Now, what we've all been waiting for are numbers. I got my phone here for notes. If I'm looking at it, don't worry, not being rude. I just want to make sure that I give you as exact numbers as I possibly can. By the way, I use SumUp to take card transactions at events. I have a refer a friend link if you want to check it out. It gives me, I think, £10 and you can save up to £100 in fees. So well worth doing if you're thinking about it. Anyhow, numbers. For day one, we actually managed to make back all of our expenses. So that included the travel costs, the hotel, table, and also a food budget of roughly £200 for the weekend for 2 people. That was super cool and I have never had that happen before. So that was really fun. I feel like what was nice about that is that you get to enjoy the rest of the weekend without any pressure. Like if you don't make any sales on Saturday and Sunday, that's all right because you actually covered all of your expenses. And it's also highly unlikely that you wouldn't sell anything on the other 2 days. So it felt a lot more lighthearted, like everything felt a lot nicer, like getting a coffee in the morning or splurging a bit extra on breakfast or things like that. Everything was just a bit easier and lighter and less stressful. That was so enjoyable. So on Friday, we made £866 in card transactions. And when you added up the cash sales, it came to just over 1,000, I think. Like 1,011 or something like that. We had 73 individual sales. And that included 95 items, but bundles are also counted as items in my sum up. So we'll get into that in a second. In total, we sold 19 enamel pin bundles of 3. So I think that adds up to 57 individual enamel pins. And then 34 additional enamel pins on top of that. So that is 91. Is it 91? That's how many enamel pins we sold in card transactions alone. And then of course it was the cash on top of that. Sticker sheets, I did bundles of 4 and I sold 7 of those. And then individual sticker sheets with 26. So what's that, 64? And on this day I also sold 4 art prints and I only get a breakdown of the 5 most popular items. So there might have been some art print bundles in here as well, but it would have been less than 4 because I did have an offer for art prints as a bundle of 3 for £10. In terms of sales throughout the day, our busiest hour of the day was between 1 and 2 p.m. The hours between 11 and 1 were also quite busy, but after 2 p.m. it slowed down considerably on the Friday, which I found interesting because if you had a weekend pass and you had to work in the morning, then you would come in the evening. But it didn't seem like that was what was happening. I will say footfall was relatively low on Friday, and I think for all the days in terms of how many people were there versus how much they were spending, Friday was probably the highest like spend to visitor ratio, if that makes sense. So it was our lowest income day of the weekend, but there were less people in the hall, and I think more people were spending on Friday than they were on the other days. That was interesting. Cash, I don't keep a record of like what items sell because all of my items are classified the same when it comes to like sales tax and stuff. So it doesn't matter when I do my final accounts. I just kind of insert all the cash as one bank transaction and declare it as, you know, income from sales. I think in the future though, I'll probably have a little sheet where I can just note it down quickly for my own reference. So that was Friday, the 29th of November. And now let's have a look at Saturday, which was the busiest day. Again, in terms of footfall, I feel like Saturday and Sunday were pretty similar, but Saturday was definitely higher in terms of sales. So on Saturday in total, we made £1,350.50. We had 116 individual transactions, and that included 141 items, like individual items, but keep in mind those items include bundles as well. On Friday, the most popular product was enamel pins, but on Saturday, the most popular product was sticker sheets. So we sold 43 individual sticker sheets and then also 16 bundles of 4. So that is 52, which adds up to 95? Oh, actually, never mind. I'm doing my maths wrong. So we did sell 95 sticker sheets, but enamel pins, we sold 35 individual pins and then also 35 bundles of 3. So that adds up to 140 enamel pins. So a little bit above the sticker sheets again. However, sticker sheets in an individual basis they outdid the enamel pins by far. Art prints, we sold 10 individual ones. There were some bundles as well, but again, those would have been less than 10 because they aren't listed in my breakdown. The busiest hour of the day, throughout the day, so the first hour and the final hour, they were really slow. With the exception of those, every hour was pretty similar except for the hour between 2 and 3 p.m., which was almost double of some of the other hours. So that was also interesting. I feel like that would have been right after people came from lunch. Also, on the Saturday, trains were extremely delayed. There were so many issues. Unexplainable issues, because the weather was fine, but there's always something, isn't there? And also, I should mention that the venue is outside of the city center, so you need to take a train, or I don't know if there are buses, but you need to take like transport in order to get from the city center into the venue. A lot of us stayed at hotels right next to the venue, but a lot of people also travel in because it's cheaper to stay in the city center than right next to like a big events venue during a big event. But yeah, those were my Saturday stats, which brings us to a total of this. So far, head mats are not my strength today, but we still have Sunday to have a look at, so let's check it out. On Sunday, the 1st of December, in total, I made £966 in car transactions alone. We had 81 sales, and that included 97 items. Items include bundles. So today is a bit different in the breakdown because Alan and so Alan, my partner, he was there helping out as well. And we were using 2 different phones to connect to the sum up. And because of that, each item kind of gets listed twice. So in my best-selling items breakdown, I have enamel pins times 3, enamel pins times 3, enamel pins, and then individual sticker sheets. So it's a little bit difficult to judge this day, but it seems to me that enamel pins did better once again, and sticker sheets came in second, and then you'll probably have art prints at the bottom. There we go, it's getting a bit too sunny there. Okay, where were we? Enamel pins, we sold 40 individual ones, and then we also had 23 bundles of 3, which brings us to 69, so 119, which was actually not far away from Saturday. But then on Sunday, sticker sheets we only sold 9 of, and there would have been a few bundles, but the bundles are less than 9. If I remember right, Sunday was also the biggest cash transaction day. It felt almost like it was half and half, but it couldn't have been half and half because we didn't get like 966 in sales, in cash sales as well on the day. That would have been great, but no, we didn't do that. Busiest hour of the day, this one was interesting. It was between 11 and 12, and we were open from 10 till 5. Between 10 and 11 was also quite busy. And between 1 and 2 seems to have also been quite busy. I'll put up a screenshot of my sale hours, but as you can see, it was very up and down on this particular day. Now I'm gonna head over to the review I left in like our friends group, because we sometimes share like our income and stuff with each other so that we can see what items did better and things like that. So my costs for the event, the table itself was £155, which is very, very low. But I was lucky I got an Artist Alley table. Sorry, my dog's gone crazy in the back. I was lucky I got an Artist Alley table, and it was only £155, which I was so grateful for because it felt less stressful investing in like the hotel and travel and all that as well. Hotel was £396 for 3 nights for 2 people. I was on my own for the first night, and then Alan, because Alan had to work, and then he came back up after. For travel, we spent just under £150 for 2 people with a return train ticket. And tell you what, if you were to buy it in like the regular ticket machines, it was £222 per person, which would have been insane. But we used an app and got some discounts and managed to get that down considerably. But like, that's insane. But yes. In cash transactions throughout the whole weekend, we made £972, and our total came up to just over 4,100. Hello. So the 4,100 and something minus the roughly 800 something in expenses came out to £3,300 in total. And that is a good convention, in my opinion. If you're watching from somewhere like the US, you might think, ooh, that's actually quite low from what I would expect. But over here, that's like pretty decent. We don't really have a ton of like huge conventions here in the UK. MCM is the biggest one. Their Birmingham one, I've never done their London event. That's the biggest one. I'm hoping I'll get in 2025. They have 2 events a year. I'd love to do the October one, but also the May one is on my birthday weekend every year, so I would love to get into that as well. And yeah, but from what I can tell from other people, they say that usually they take about 60% in Birmingham of what they would in the London shows. So if that's the case, I would be thrilled to get into the London ones. After having done the Birmingham event, I feel a bit more secure about potentially booking a corporate stand at the London show. You're burning in the sun. Come. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. Good job. Are we comfortable? Yeah. So MCM has this thing where you can apply for Artist Alley and for traders and for creators, and all of those are juried, but you can also book a corporate stand, which is a lot more expensive and it's limited, but it does seem like it's not, like it's checked rather than juried, I think. And as long as you're not breaking any rules and regulations of their like event standards, then you're welcome to book those. I've been avoiding them in the past because like a trader's stand is around 800, I think, and the corporate stand is 2,000. So that is a lot more. But after having taken 4K on their smaller show, using my most expensive item at this show was £10. So I only brought enamel pins, sticker sheets and art prints. And I feel like if I were to bring in apparel and bring some of my like higher priced items as well, and of course like my full range of products, because I couldn't bring that to Artist Alley in for a travel convention. But the London venue is local to me, so I could definitely bring them there. And I feel like I would do well with a corporate stand. So I think if I don't get accepted to their traders or Artist Alley or creator spot, then that might be what I'm gonna do. I think the ideal scenario would be to find a friend that is also like an independent illustrator and split a corporate stand with them. I think that would be ideal, because then we'd have plenty of space each and we could kind of cut that fee in half. That was my MCM Birmingham video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. This was Vlogmas episode 2. As you may have noticed from the title, I'm a little bit behind on the posting dates, but I'm not going to be like chasing videos to catch up for it. I am aiming to do 25 episodes in the month of December, and we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. Tomorrow's episode is going to be a December reset and a studio cleaning video, and we'll also be talking a bit about the exciting projects we're going to be doing on this channel throughout the month of December, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more from me, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. My name is Evie. It was nice meeting you. I hope I'll see you again. Bye! Oh, and this is Klaus. Say bye!